Hi, I'm Kim Baxley Wilson, and this is Gracefully Gray. Okay, the first thing that I'm going to start with is this little sample that I got from Benefit. It's called the Professional, like professional. I have, as we get older, we have drier skin, we tend to, so just a little bit of this, and I'm going to put it on the areas where I have the biggest pores, which are right alongside my nose, and on top of my nose, are awful. There are lots of these on the market right now, but I'm loving this one, and I may end up buying a full size of this. I'm excited about it. So that takes care of some of those pore areas. And the next thing I'm going to use is a concealer from Mary Kay. It's an Ivory One. I'm pretty much translucent without having red hair, so I tend to wear fairly light makeup. I'm just going to dot just a little bit, like that much, and just blend it. And I'm going to blend it right up to pretty much where I put that eyeliner and out. That way it cleans up that line. Can you see that it did that? Can you see that it the makeup, the eyeshadow doesn't look like, I wiped some off while you weren't looking, but that's not true. I wiped it away a little bit. I didn't take anything off, but that just helps with that under eye puffiness a little bit. Like I said, mine's not too bad. I've been very blessed with that. Somebody telling me about it when I was 14 years old. My dad sold Shackley, and so I went to a lot of Shackley makeup classes and stuff when I was a young girl, and started selling it when I turned 18. And I don't have it anymore, but it's all good. I don't work for any company. I don't have any ties to any of this. I used to sell Mary Kay, so I still have a lot of Mary Kay, and I have been using Mary Kay since I started wearing makeup. It's really good stuff, but I'm not trying to sell you any. But if you need some, I can hook you up because I got some ladies that sell it. So, hey, Melissa. Okay, so I'm going to use this CC cream, which is Mary Kay's answer to BB cream. And I'm using the Very Light. And I'm going to just put a couple of pumps onto my hand there. Yes. I'll get better at that whole making sure everything is lining up. And I'm going to use a brush. Load the brush up. Pretty good. And then I'm just going to start putting it on. Start at the top. And I think that the brush gives you better ability to get it where you need it to be. You can get it in your hair, right up to your hairline. Get it around those brows that you took such care to make pretty. In between those brows. Get that crack in there. Sometimes I just put it on my fingers or a sponge, but using a brush makes me feel fancy. And sometimes we like to feel fancy. So make sure you get your jawline, get it all covered up. And don't worry, it's not going to be, this is a really light, put a little bit more. This is a really light coverage, so it doesn't feel heavy or thick during the day, which I like, especially since menopause, hot flashes. I don't need to be sweating all this stuff off. Everything that I'm using is waterproof or very light so that it gives you the appearance of being fully made up, but it's not hot and crazy and you don't sweat it all off, especially in the South where it gets really hot and it's fixing to get hotter. Okay, so finish this up. Okay. looking. No crazy obvious jawline stuff going on. I'm working with some incandescent lights on, and I'm near an open window, and I've got not fluorescent, the true white bulb over here on the side. So that's the light we're working with. But I am sitting in the middle of the living room. I'm not doing this in the bathroom. I'm going to just go over this with a little bit of Mary Kay powder. And this one is Ivory 1 because, again, I'm very, very light. And a translucent powder will work just as good. I used to love that stuff that came in the gold box from Cody when I was in high school. And I got some recently, and I tried it, and it made my face itch. So I think it's made for teenage girls in the 80s and not for me now. So, okay. So I'm just putting powder on just powder everything just to set that foundation. Don't worry about it getting on your eye makeup or anything. Just get, just set it so that it's not shiny. And it's a very light powder. Like I said, any translucent powder would work. I use the Ivory just because it goes with the with this color. I say a lot. I'm sorry. I'll work on that. Okay. Then next for blush, I love this sculpting palette from Ulta. Just because it gives me everything that I need in one place, and the colors are fairly neutral. So you have a fairly big bronzer side, and then a pink, and then a highlighter. Here's my trick. I'm going to use a stubby brush to do the hollows of my cheeks below my cheekbones, and I'm going to use just a little bit of the brown and a little bit of the pink together. So just a little bit. Don't go crazy. I'm not going to do that thing because everybody knows sucking your cheeks. So I'm not hitting the apples of my cheeks. I'm just going underneath like that. See? Difference? Okay. Let's do the other side real quick. You can't see what I'm doing. And if you get too dark, you can always go back over it with that powder brush and knock some of the color out too. Okay. Then I'm going to take a more standard blush brush. Haha. And I'm going to mix a little bit of the pink and a little bit of the highlighter so that I have a lighter pink because I can't be wearing that crazy dark pink. Okay, so you did that. Then you're going to do the apples of your cheeks. And smile. Just going to do the apples a little bit. Ta-da. See the difference? Okay. Apples. Okay. And then I'm going to take the light and the brown and make a very, very soft bronzer. Okay. And that I'm going to do under my eyes, top of my nose, temples. Just like, I know they always say, the places where the sun hits your face. But that's basically places where you get sunburned when you're not wearing sunglasses. So, right there, a little bit. And I tripped onto the thing about putting bronzer under my eyes. My friend Nikki will tell you, we played with it one time, and I was like, right there. It does a lot to make those bags go away. Just that little bit of bronzer makes the world of difference. I gotta start looking. Look up here. Don't look down here. Okay. It makes a world of difference. So, just try it. You can always wash it off. Okay. All right, next thing we're going to do is mascara.